Hello, this is Doug Tidwell. I was recently sitting in my corner office admiring the scenery through my floor-to-ceiling windows when it occurred to me it was high time we updated the IBM Cloud intro video. So here we are. Over the next several minutes, I'll show you how easy it is to build and host an application on the web. I encourage you to follow along. If you have an IBM Cloud account already, go ahead and sign in. If you don't, you can get a free non-expiring IBM Cloud Lite account at this URL. No credit card is required, no salesman will come to your door. I encourage you to get an account and follow along. There are three things you'll do in this video. 1, you'll create an application. 2, you'll create a continuous delivery toolchain for it. And C, you'll add a NoSQL database service. And you'll do all of these things without writing a single line of code. So with that being said, go to this URL, log in, and start building your application. When you log in, by default, the IBM Cloud Console shows your existing apps and services. If you've just created an account, you'll see this panel, which helpfully tells you you don't have anything defined. If you do have an account and you've defined some resources already, you'll see this panel instead. Either way, click Create Resource to create an app. What you see here is the service catalog. This lists a number of things that you can create, everything from virtual machines and bare metal servers to identity management services to databases to DevOps tools. What you're going to focus on here is a Cloud Foundry application, so click the appropriately named Cloud Foundry Apps tab on the left. The Cloud Foundry Apps Catalog gives you a number of starting points. Each of these has the base infrastructure you need for a particular platform. What you'll be building in this series of videos is a Node app, so click SDK for Node.js. The next step, believe it or not, is the last thing you have to do to create your app. You simply give your app a name as well as a host name. By default, they're the same. That name has to be unique across the IBM Cloud. I called mine DWTV IBM Cloud Intro. You get to be creative and come up with your own name. When you're done, click the Create button. That's all it takes. It will be a couple of minutes while your app deploys, and while your app deploys, here's a quick word from our sponsor. This video is brought to you by the Heel and Crown Bun Emporium. Conveniently located near the food court in the Developer Works shopping mall, the Heel and Crown is your one-stop shop for all your bun and roll needs. So be it bagel, boule, or biscuit, challah, hardtack, or hoe cake, if it's bread, it's bound to be found down at the Heel and Crown. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? If you're following along, you may need to pause the video for a minute or two longer while the IBM Cloud wraps things up. I'll wait here. Okay. When the code is deployed, you'll see this Getting Started page, which has lots of useful information about, well, getting started. Most of what's here focuses on the Cloud Foundry command line tools, which we won't cover today. So go to the Overview page. You'll notice there's a green light and the word Running at the top. That's a good thing. There are statistics about our app and the resources it's using. The estimated cost of running this app in its current configuration is 0, also a good thing. But it's about time we looked at our app. Brace yourselves and click the Visit App URL link at the top of the page, and you'll see your app. And there we are. When I do this demo in front of a crowd, I'm often showered in currency and rose petals as part of a spontaneous outpouring of joy by the audience. But just in case your heart isn't racing, let's talk about the two important things that the IBM Cloud just did for you. First, it created your infrastructure. So you have a complete Node.js environment, you have common libraries like Express, and you have a sample application that uses them to display a web page. And second, this application is worldwide. If your chest is swelling with pride and you want to share your joy with friends and relations around the world, wherever they happen to be, they can see this application. It is live on the web. The only thing you had to do to make this happen was think of a name and click the mouse a few times. That's pretty impressive. Now we'll go back to the console and the overview page to enable your app for continuous delivery. To start, scroll to the bottom of the page and click the Enable button. This starts the process of creating a toolchain and a GitHub repo. Once the toolchain is in place, pushing code to the repo starts the toolchain, which builds your app and deploys it if everything goes well. We won't go into any detail here, but you can also configure your toolchain to have multiple steps that integrate different kinds of testing, monitoring tools, and other useful things as part of your continuous delivery process. To keep it simple, just take all the defaults and click the Create button. And while you're waiting for your toolchain to be built, let's look at some pictures of a chair on fire. That was haunting. But what's not haunting is how much work the IBM Cloud just did for you.